What's going on, everybody? Mike McIntyre here from All Things Sports, bringing you another brand new unboxing and review video. I'm super pumped about this because it's been a while since I've done a football boot review. So let's get into this. Alright guys, so before we begin, you know the drill. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and watch the entire video. If you take care of those things, it truly does help the channel out, so thank you guys for stopping by. And this one is thanks to a friend of mine. This is a good friend of mine that I played soccer with all throughout university. We're playing again together now, which is cool. So he lent me these boots. These are his. They're going to be a little bit too big for me, but I thought I would do a review video anyway. He does have a YouTube channel, and if you guys are interested, please check out the link and the description that I leave down below in this video comment section. Just because it truly helps his channel out. He has a business that he's trying to grow as well, so I'm not going to pass up on the opportunity. Shameless plug. Check out all of his info down below, and let's get into the video. So guys, these are the brand new F50 Messi versions. These were released in June, and I'm super pumped to be able to bring this football boot review to you. I'm a big fan of the F50s, and I think they're super popular right now. So this is the Messi specific colorway. It was like the Prestige with a fancy Prestige and the number 10 at the end when they dubbed the colorway. They're white, red with a little bit of silver metallic in there, and they look really good. So you get a lid style box. Because they're F50s, you get 2 pairs of insoles, a lightweight version which are already installed, and these comfort version, as you can see, it has the Messi logo right there in the heel, which is cool. You get a Messi branded string bag because it is a top of the range product from Adidas. They package it really nicely, so you've got Messi's logo there in red with a white bag and sort of black accents, and Messi down the back, so that is really cool. Let's get the boots out of the box. So boot number 1 and boot number 2. So there we have it. These are the brand new F50s from Adidas in the Messi specific colorway. They are the same F50, just with a slightly different, obviously, Messi signature colorway here. So you still have a hybrid touch material, and you get this, I think they call it like sprint web 3D texture now on top of the hybrid touch. So it's just giving you a little bit of extra grip and texture on the ball, which I actually like it, and I really like the feel of it just to the touch here. You have like these little ridges across the upper, which do add a little bit of texture, and I wouldn't say grip, but just a little bit more of sort of a confidence feeling as well. And you have it on the outside as well, and through these stripes here. So that's like that 3D web sort of texture they put on top of the hybrid touch upper. The hybrid touch is a synthetic, but it's supposed to mimic the characteristics of leather, which is cool. I do like it from right out of the box. It is quite soft to the touch. It feels really good. I do think these take a little bit of time to sort of optimize themselves. So in terms of like break-in, it's not a break-in period like boots used to be 20 years ago, but it still will benefit from you sort of wearing them slowly for the first couple of sessions, and they'll soften up really nicely to sort of fit your foot really well. Obviously, you have a sprint frame on the bottom. This is sort of Adidas party piece, if you will. It's the sort of backbone of the football boot. So you have an external heel counter, the sprint frame with their traditional stud pattern. I'm a huge fan of this. I don't think they should get rid of it until they really can make something better. It's a really solid sole plate. I would prefer conical studs once again, but again, you got a nice sort of mix here. A couple of blades in the front and in the heel, but some conical ones here through the forefoot area. And that sort of spine going through the middle, which does act as a little bit of a reinforcement there. So big fan of that. External heel counter, as I said. I like the way this boot is shaped around the heel. It does a really good job of coming up around the Achilles, which is nice, and there's some sufficient padding on the inside as well. I just really like the overall shape of the boot. One thing that I can't remember because it's been a while since I've seen F50s, but I've seen this before where Messi apparently prefers this kind of tongue design where it's attached on one side but disconnected on the other. So what I mean by that is it's not a one-piece tongue. It's completely independent from the upper on the inside of the boot over here. So this is a separate piece, but it's attached to the upper on the outside of the boot here. So I'm not sure I necessarily have a preference there. I can kind of see how this is the best of both worlds in the sense that you get that kind of one-piece feeling from the upper because it's attached, but you also have the benefit of loosening the boot up and sort of the freedom of getting the boot on that comes with an independent tongue. So it's a unique thing here. It will help keep the tongue in place again because it's attached on the outside, but because it's completely separate on the inside, it will allow you to get the boot on much easier than a one-piece design. So again, that's apparently Messi's preference, and it's just something I think you should take note of. And I don't remember if it's standard on the standard F50s, but it is something that's featured obviously on the Messi ones here. So overall, big fan of the boot. It's well put together in terms of the tech specs. This colorway, I don't think you can go wrong with it, obviously. Mainly white boot with some silver and black accents, and that kind of solar red color making up all of the graphic elements. So the Messi name branding here, the 3 stripes, the Adidas logo, the F50 logo, and then of course Messi's signature logo on the Achilles heel as well. So overall, really, really good looking boot. Let's head over to the turf so we can talk about fit and feel. So slipping the F50 on, again for me with a relatively wide foot, I really like the way the F50 feels. It's lightweight, it's relatively thin with just a touch of padding thanks to the hybrid material. And for wider feet, I think it's a solid option when it comes to a speed boot. It really does fit my foot well, and I do like the way it feels from right out of the box. Again, these are my friend's pair of boots, so they're a couple of sizes too big for me, but for the sake of the video, I thought it would be really worthwhile to try these on. I have tried them on in the past. They do fit really nicely. I like the overall shape of the boot. I like the way the boot comes up across the heel. It feels really, really nice sliding the boot on with very little dead space. So if you're interested in a speed boot, I really think the F50 is one of the best options out there. Feels good in terms of the upper material. It softens up really nicely, and it fits a wide range of feet. I always find it much easier to get my relatively wide foot into an F50 compared to something like a Nike Mercurial Vapor. So that's just something to keep in mind if you have a slightly wider foot. If you have narrow feet, you'll fit into these just fine, no problem. They really do offer a nice fit for a wide variety of foot types. If you're interested in getting a pair for yourself, strongly recommend going true to size in terms of your football boot size. So when I say true to size, I'm always referring to what your normal football boot size would be. Usually that's slightly different from your normal everyday shoes. So for me, true to size fits really nicely. There's just enough sort of wiggle room in terms of getting the boot on comfortably, but they fit tight enough and responsive enough that they offer you the performance that you're looking for. So true to size if you're interested, and that's pretty much it. I really like the colorway, sums it up nicely, and let's head back over to the desk to wrap the video up. So there you have it, guys. There's my review of the Messi specific Prestige colorway edition of these F50s. Big fan of these, and I think they're a really solid offering for anyone that's looking into a speed boot. The F50 offers a very well-rounded overall feel. I like the tech specs. I like pretty much everything about it. There's very little to complain about here, and it's just a really solid speed boot. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. I always get an answer out to you. Mike McIntyre, All Things Sports. I'm signing off for now. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Peace.